You're dealing with pressure all day, every day. Whenever we breathe, it increases. Whenever we lift weights, it increases. Whenever we lift our kids, it increases. Carrying our groceries, whenever. I'm going to compare your core to a soda pop can because your core controls so much pressure. Let's talk about how your body is managing your pressure. At the bottom of our soda pop can is our pelvic floor. It acts like a hammock supporting all of your internal organs, namely your uterus, your bladder, and your rectum are the closest organs to it. Your glutes, your hips all help contribute to adding support to your pelvic floor at the bottom of our core canister. Up front in our core canister are our deep abs, on the sides are obliques, and on the back are our back muscles. Then at the very top of our core canister is the diaphragm. And our core canister matters so much because of that pressure I was talking about, how we deal with it all day, every day. And when we have weak tissues, weak muscles, and if we're mismanaging our pressure over a long time, we can have symptoms. Optimizing our canister, our pressure management system. One key where we can manage pressure better is by controlling our posture, specifically our pelvic tilt. I'm going to have this bowl to help explain anterior and posterior pelvic tilts. So anterior pelvic tilt happens a lot when we're pregnant. Because we have a big belly, our hips, picture this bowl spilling water forward. This is an anterior pelvic tilt. Our pelvis tilts forward to compensate for our large belly. So postpartum, oftentimes we're in an anterior pelvic tilt. Now, posterior pelvic tilt is like this, where I'm engaging my glutes, my core is slightly engaged, and my pelvis is like this. Neither anterior or posterior tilts are ideal to manage our pressure. Because that soda pop can, that bottom, is at an angle. It's not perfectly stacked and it can't handle as much pressure because the space inside is simply less. To find your neutral, you're gonna do this. I want you to first tilt really far forward, sticking my butt out here, and then next really far under. And just do this a couple of times, back and forth. These are either extreme. And your natural or neutral spine, where we want to be to optimize our pressure, is somewhere right in between. There isn't a perfect degree, there's no perfect posture, but somewhere in between posterior and anterior pelvic tilts is where we want to be. Now that you know all about optimizing your pelvic tilt and you found your neutral pelvis, I want you to practice this for a few days. Practice finding your neutral pelvis. Catch yourself when you're squeezing your glutes, activating your belly. This feels really safe and it's not ideal all the time. It's good to have a neutral pelvis. We're going to be talking all about breathing. Guys, breathing is so important because every single time we breathe, our diaphragm drops on an inhale, meaning extra pressure, that canister is squished, and then exhale, it raises up again. So our breath really matters, and it's something we do all day long. Most of us were told at some point in our lives to suck our bellies in. We go around all day long with our bellies sucked in thinking, oh wow, look at my nice belly. And guys, it's not very good for managing pressure. Your canister is kinked if it's like that. And so this is diaphragmatic or 360-degree breathing. 360-degree breathing naturally stimulates the vagus nerve, which activates the parasympathetic or rest and digest nervous system. It keeps our bodies calm, releases tension and tightness, and regulates us. So let's get into how to do it. First, put your hands on your ribs. I want you to take a deep breath in, and you should feel your ribs move. And then exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. You should feel them move in the front, the side, and the back. Next, common mistakes that people make because they're used to clenching, maybe tilting and clenching, they breathe like this, where their shoulders move and all of their breath is up here. That's not it. Also, what isn't it is just belly breathing. All the pressure down here isn't ideal for our canister. So, hands on your ribs, deep breath in. My belly does raise a little bit, my upper body raises a little bit, and most of my pressure is in my ribs, and exhale. That is how we should be breathing.